All right, folks, welcome to today's training Wednesday live with DAC. Today we're not going to talk about funding unless you have questions at the end. This training is all about the new DAC healthcare plan that we just launched that is now live, that you as an agent can use for yourself, or you can refer to business owners and get paid. And get this, you do not have to be licensed when you market this plan. This is a co-op plan. It is not insurance. It is a plan you can refer to business owners, and then we have licensed agents who will talk to them. But because this is not insurance, as long as you're not sharing all the details of the plan and a licensed agent can, you can actually earn a commission for referring this to others. It is a co-op plan. So what I'm going to talk about in this training is I'm going to discuss the benefits this has for a business owner, who you're going to refer to, benefit to the customer, the user of the plan, what the process is for signing someone up, and of course the commissions, and then lastly what to say to a business owner. We're going to go through this pretty quick because it is recording. You'll be able to come back and watch it. We'll continually improve these. This is a live training, and we're going to delete some of the old trainings because we now have updated information. We'll continue to do that. So let's get started right away with what is the good news for the business owner, because we're all about serving clients, right? And our clients are the business owner and the business owner's employees or partners. So number one, this is an ACA compliant plan, Affordable Care Act, Obamacare plan. There's some compliance requirements. If you're going to offer health care to your employees, it must have certain things covered. It's ACA compliant. Also ERISA compliant. This is a retiree plan compliance where over 60% of the areas require a certain compliance if you're going to offer to employees. That's just retiree protection. So that's ERISA compliant as well. ACA compliant means there's all the different benefits for the customer as well. You'll learn that after. Number three, they don't have to pay a portion of the premium. There is no premium, it's a member cost monthly, but if you're an employer and you offer health care to your employees, you have to cover half of it. So if you own that local landscape company, you want to offer health insurance to 50 people, all 50 employees, you got to cover half of it. Okay? Otherwise, you don't offer it, right? So what do most people do? They don't offer it. They leave it to the employees to figure out. And the employees can't get group discounts on their own. So what this does is allows the employer to offer without having to pay part of it. Okay? So now they can offer a group discounted plan without having to pay part of it. Now they're willing to offer this as a perk to their employees. Isn't that cool? So they don't have to pay a portion of it. And that's big for employees or employers who've thought about offering. Number four, there's a refund at the end of the year. If you have health insurance, you pay those premiums every year. The employer does and the employee does. And at the end of the year, if they didn't use it all, oh well, it's insurance. You paid for it. With this co-op plan, you're actually funding a claim fund that everybody puts money into that funds the claims of all the employees in the plan. And if there's any excess at the end of the year, if the whole group, the whole employer group, call it Joe's Landscaping as an example with 30 employees, all 30 are paying their monthly cost, and they're funding that claim fund. At the end of the year, if they didn't use all those funds, it's refunded back to the employer to then spread back to the employees in the form of reduced rates next year, right? So there's a refund of any unused claims, but the next question is, well, what if it goes above the claims? There's reinsurance purchased on every one of these, so if it goes above the funded claim amount, the employer is not liable. So you can't have more. You don't have to worry about the funds, the claims going higher than the fund. You don't have to cover it, employer. But if the claims are under the fund, you get returned money back to you. Is that cool? Doesn't exist in the insurance world. And number six, we have an expert team who will handle and communicate to all your employees. They answer their questions, promote the plans, etc. Do a presentation for all of them to come to and learn about it and ask questions about their plan. Okay? And then when it goes live, each one of your employers will have a portal they can log into to see their doctors, to see their plan coverage, all that. If they have questions, they can go right to the plan coverage. They don't have to come to you as the employer, a personnel department. You don't need it. It's all handled off-site by our expert team who we partnered with, okay? The SBA Co-op, all right? And Free Market Administrators is actually the group that handles all the customer service post sign up. They get a portal, all the doctors are listed, the pharmacy coverage is listed, just like with an insurance plan that you would expect, even though this is not insurance. So Business owner benefits are huge. Can you see how a business owner out there who wants to be a great employer today is not offering health care to their employees? Number one, because they'd have to cover half of it and they just can't afford that for a lot of their workers, right? Or number two, they don't want to do it because the costs are so high. So it's either you want to provide it, but the cost, so you can't afford it. So we can allow them to afford it because they don't have to pay any of it, although they could. And it's much lower monthly cost if they do want to cover it all. So employers love it. These are the benefits to the business owner. Now, let's look at the client themselves, the members. What do the members get? Okay, the members, first of all, they have a low monthly cost, far lower than insurance, okay? $1 coverage. There's no deductible that they have to meet before they start getting coverage. Okay, most plans out there, 500, 1,000, 6,000. Mine's 6,000 on my plan. My plan I had when I was self-employed was a $12,000 deductible, where my family and I had to have $12,000 of coverage before the insurance would cover anything. Yet I was paying over $1,000 a month for that coverage, right? So no deductible on this. $1 coverage. It's co-insurance. They share in it. Because it's ACA compliant, you get all the preventative care visits covered. You don't even have co-insurance. You just have a copay of $20 on that. They give all of it's covered except your $20 copay for things like physicals, pap smears, flu shots, immunizations, the standard things you go into once a year for your physical, right? Those are preventative care, are covered at 100%. It's not even co-insurance. You just have to pay the $20 copay. Most insurances have this. That's where most people use only. Most people don't need all the other stuff, but it does come with a discount pharmacy plan and discount dental plan. It has a 24-hour telemedicine where you can talk to a doctor 24/7 from your home for convenience. Okay? No pre-existing condition limitation, so you can't be rejected because you've got a pre-existing condition. All right? Isn't that cool? Where that's not the case with others. I already said it's ACA compliant, but it's a PPO network. Meaning there's, with over 4,000 doctors and hospitals, meaning PPO network just means the prices have already been negotiated for what that doctor can charge you for that service. So if you have a surgery, you want to have a shoulder replacement or a shoulder surgery, you've tried nutrition, didn't work for you, whatever, you had an accident, you got a crushed shoulder, whatever, you got to have surgery. Well, if you go in as a cash buyer, you're going to pay here. The PPO network may have negotiated here. See, so now you go in because you have this coverage, you're only paying this amount instead of this amount. This is all you're liable for. Because you have this plan, co-insurance, 50% is covered by the provider and 50% is covered by you. Okay, so you're going to have cost if you have outside of preventative care needs. You're going to have costs just like you would if you have insurance. If you have outside preventative care needs with insurance, you have to pay all of it up to the deductible. Here, you're paying 50% up to your coverage limits. And we have 4 different plans. Okay, 4 plans. The least expensive to the most expensive. Obviously, less coverage, most coverage. They cover the same things, but the lower the price plan, the lower your maximum coverage is. Okay, so if you want more coverage up to a higher and higher and higher amount, you pay more per month. If you don't need all that, if you're just more concerned about having your preventative coverage and having a low monthly cost and having 24-hour medicine, no pre-existing ACA network, you choose the lowest price plan. Okay, so the members pleased with a great plan, the business owners pleased with a great option they can provide people, very inexpensive. A lot of business owners have no coverage themselves and they'll jump all over this. They'll jump all over this. So beyond that, as a customer, okay, as a customer, if you are a DAC agent already, if you want to sign up to this, when you go to our website, I'm going to go through the process now. The process is, okay, I already talked about all this. The process is you go to DAChealthcare.com, DAChealthcare.com. So at DAChealthcare.com, you're going to see a splitter. And by the way, when you put / your ID number at the end, it becomes a replicated site for you. Okay, so you'd put your ID number here, right after the /. All right? So DAChealthcare.com / your ID number, you'll see your name on the top, your email, your phone number. All right? It's a replicated site. Don't go there right now so you can pay attention to the training. But once you go to the DAC healthcare site, you're going to see a splitter. Okay, on the mobile, it's a splitter like this, with the top being employer plan and the bottom being DAC longevity rep plan. All right. On the desktop, it's left and right. Employers here, and DAC agents are here. If you're ordering it for yourself, of course, you'd click DAC agent. Okay, it's going to take you to a plan that is designed, the checkout form is all designed only for our agents. All right, there's terms and conditions you don't need because you're not starting as an employer. The employer plan goes to a different page. It looks a lot the same, but there's stuff behind the scenes that you don't know. And this one has a request a quote. Request quote. So what happens is you give your website to the employer, you send them the link, they click on employer, they go to this page and learn all about it. If they want a quote, they click request a quote here, or request a quote down here, or request a quote on sub-pages. We have request a quote in a few different places. They request a quote. When they go to request a quote, they're going to fill out information that our experts want to see. And down here at the bottom, it'll say DAC agent name, DAC agent ID, DAC email, and your information will be populated in there, because they came from your replicated site. That way you get credit for the account, okay? So, with this, again, if you go to the DAC site, because you want to order it yourself, you can learn all about the product, the SBA Freedom Plan, at the website. You can learn all about it. If you have some questions about the plan specifically before you order it, there's a little Contact Us button. Okay, click Contact Us, and after you click Contact Us, you go to a new site and talk. It's got a bunch of information about how to contact, and then down at the bottom, there's two places to contact. One is if you're not a customer yet and you have questions about the plan, you go there. But don't go there for training. Go there if you want to be a customer. Don't go there to learn more about the plans, because you can't explain any more than what I've explained in this video. You don't want to explain any more than what I've explained in the video. You got to understand just this much. There's a reason we're sharing this much and this much only. Okay? Any more details beyond that, you want them to talk to the person who's licensed and able to go into all the details about insurance and everything else. Okay? And competitive this and competitive that. But don't waste these people's time. They're our partners. Okay? We told them we're not going to waste their time with a bunch of reps calling in just to ask questions about the plan, just for the heck of it. Don't go there unless you intend to order the plan yourself. If you're not going to order it, you got enough training about the plan, what I did, and what the brochure is on the website. From the website, you can download a brochure. If you want to learn more about all the details of the plan, read it on the brochure. But don't promote those details beyond what I've said to any customer, even to employers. We've already discussed on this video what to talk about to employers, those highlights, all right? That's what we lead with. That's it. They can go learn from the experts, okay? So the first group is if you have questions about the plan because you intend to order. The second Contact Us is if you're already a member and you have a question about something. There's another Contact Us. You're already using. When I say member, you've already ordered this product. And you'll have a portal once you've ordered it. You get a welcome letter. You get a welcome letter with your digital card. Anyone who orders by the 20th goes live the 1st of the next month. So if you order the 27th of July, you're not going to be live until September 1st. You order before the 20th of July, you're live August 1st. Okay, so anyone who orders by the 20th is live the 1st of the following month. If you miss the 20th cutoff, you're not live until the 1st of the following month, okay, 2 months later. All right, so get in by the 20th if you want this effective for you in August, okay? And don't abuse that Contact Us button. That is only for customers who intend to use it. It's not a training link, all right? With that said, what's the process? So that's the process for you ordering it. The process for the employee ordering it, or the employer, as I've already talked about, is simple. They go from your website to the request a quote form. It's just like our DAC funding. The request a quote form, and then from the request a quote form, we have our licensed experts who answer all their questions, answer the questions for them. What does that entail? That entails going through the plans with the employer, going through how the employer would pay or not pay for it, how the employer is going to pay for it, but whether they want to pay part of it or none of it. If they're going to deduct from their employees themselves. So the employer ends up paying for it 100% because we bill one person, we bill the employer, but they can deduct it from their employees' paychecks if they want. So then the employee would be paying for some of it or all of it. Okay, but the experts talk to them about the plans, the differences in the plans, the options for how to present the plans to the employees, whether they want to offer just one plan or all 4 plans. They decide that. Okay, and they also make sure the employer wants to proceed. If the employer doesn't want to proceed, it's a thank you and it's over. Okay? If the employer wants to proceed, then it continues with a presentation of the plans via webinar. The experts do that via webinar with the employer in case they want to continue. And if they say yes to the plan presentation, then it goes to the employees. And it's time to present to the employees what the plan is. Again, the experts are doing this. You don't have to do this. The experts then present to the employees. The employees then join. So there's a join process. I'm just going to do that with an X. There's a join process with our group called Free Market Administrators. You don't need to worry about that, but that's our partner who does all the sign up with the employees. Okay? Now, obviously, they bill the employer. So we'll just say this is the employer here. They bill the employer. That's a shop. It's a horrible shop. It looks more like a window, or I don't know what it looks like, a treasure chest. But that's the employer. That's the business. Okay? So Free Market Administrator bills them. Let's say there's 10 employees, and let's say they're on a $300 monthly plan. Free Market Administrator is going to bill the employer $3,000. Now the employer has either already agreed with the employees that I'm going to deduct all of it from your paycheck, so they deduct the $300 per employee per month, or they've said we'll pay half or we'll pay all of it, whatever. They've decided that, and they then decide how they want to deduct it from the employees. So that's up to the employer, but we don't have to worry about this. Free market administrators and our experts deal with the employer on all of this. All you did was deal with the initial conversation to get them to your website. Once they're enrolled on the system, as long as this happens by the 20th, they're enrolled on the 1st of the next month. Now, again, they're on their same plan for a year. They can't switch plans for a year. So once they're in a plan, they're in that plan for a year. If they want to change plans, they can't until 12 months later. All right, so that's good to know, but they cover all this. These guys and these guys cover all this with the employer. You don't have to worry about that. But I just want you to know how this works for yourself, too, if you order it for yourself. And then, if so, then you're paid a commission. Okay? So you're paid a commission. Now, when are you paid? Well, if they activate on the 20th of a month, let's say July 20th they're active by, you'd be paid in August. Okay? For your personal customers. August. For your team's customers, you get paid on the 15th of the following month. So I'm going to show you the commissions now. So this is the process. All right, very similar to the DAC funding process. We keep the, by the way, this is the same in the telecom process. It's the same in the payment processing process. You get them to your website, they go fill out a quote, and the experts take over from there and you get paid. We want to keep this simple and the same process for all of our things. Any service we market, we want to keep that same process. Okay, so how are you paid? Well, keep in mind, this is on the people you refer. There's a single plan and there's a family plan. Okay, so what do you earn on your personal customers? So when you refer a business, what do you earn? The single plan, it's $12 per member per month. Family plan is $16 per member per month for the life of the customer. So let's say you sign up with a small business with 30 employees, a landscape company, and 30 employees get it. And half of them are single and half of them are families. So let's just say 15 take this plan. So that's $180 a month. And 15 take this plan is 160 plus 80, $240 a month. So you'd be making $420 a month. You just got a free car by signing up that one business. And all you did was refer them to your website. You got $420 a month coming into you every single month for the life of them using this. $4,800, actually $5,000 a year you're making by referring that one client with 30 employees. Next year, another $5 grand. Following year, another $5 grand. Following year, another $5 grand. Following year, another $5,000. What happens if the company grows? What happened if that 30 employee turns into 50 and you got 25 on this plan and 25 on this plan? Well, it's 25 times 12, 250, $300. And what's 25 times 16? 250 plus 150 is 400. So you're now making 700 a month. If it grows to 50 employees, 700 a month times 12, it's 8,400 a year. So you get a client once. As it grows, you get paid. If it reduces in size, you get paid less. But all you do is refer them. The experts took over. This is your personal commission. There's also money paid to the team, okay? Meaning you get paid on your team. You get paid on your team. You never have to build a team, but it's free to become an agent. And people all over the country need to know about this plan and our funding and our payment processing, all the other services. They need to know about it. And they're not going to know about it just through you, unless you're running an ad on Fox News and CNN because, you know, some people watch one, some people watch the other, right? Or headline news or no news at all, and you're advertising on ESPN or wherever. You're going to advertise everyone to get the whole world to know about it. You can't do it. No one can do that. So the only way to do it is ripple effect. And it just grows and grows because you started multiplying by referring others. You refer others. You refer others. You're creating a company within the company. It survives you. If I die tomorrow, my pay plan continues with my family. It's a business. It's not an employee. If you die in your job tomorrow, your paycheck stops. You die in DAC tomorrow, your paycheck continues because you have a team. Salespeople are unemployed every single month because they only get paid on what they create new. Well, guess what? Here it's residual. You do it once and you get paid for the life of the customer. That's number one, residual. Plus you can multiply and build a team of other people and you get paid on that team residual every month too. Not just your own efforts, but the team. Build a business within a business. That's real ownership and it survives you. It survives you. Build a legacy. So that's what you make on your personal customers, right? But now, what do you make on your team? Well, it depends on where you're positioned in the pay plan. DAC residuals are paid through the longevity pay plan, the DAC longevity pay plan. And you have to qualify for that, right? But on average, you make 8%, 8%, 7% on your first three levels of people. 8%, 7% of what? Of what, David? Of something called bonus volume. We're gonna have a separate compensation plan training, but I just want to give an example. On this plan, there's a bonus volume, there's qualifying volume of 75 and bonus volume of 60. And on this plan, there's qualifying volume of 100 and bonus volume of 75. Okay, you make 8% of the bonus volume. What's 8% of 60 bucks? $4.80. So you make $4.80 per member per month of any employee on people you refer. So this is you. You refer David Rutz, and David says, you got to be kidding me. I'm tired of the healthcare costs. I'm tired of employers not being offered. I want to superpower those employers. I want to give them the benefit perk package they can go offer their employees. They don't have to pay for it, or they can pay. It's a group discounted plan. It's going to set up that landscaper's family. He doesn't have insurance right now, or she does. We're going to give him a way to have health coverage inexpensively compared to insurance, and I'm going to go out and talk to the world. Well, because you referred me, every employee, every business I get and all their employers, you're making $4.80 per month on the individual plan. On this plan, what's 8% of 75? It's $6. So while I'm going out and I'm making 12 or 16 on anyone I personally get, you referred me, you're making 480 or 6. Say what? Yeah. So what if I went out and got 100 employees on plans, and I'm averaging, just say $15, I'm making $1,500 a month. Am I happy? Residual, I'm only at 100 employees. I'm happy. Yeah, you bet I'm happy. More importantly, I'm happy there's 100 families who are protected. 100 families are protected. 100 families are protected in case they need it, right? So I'm happy that I'm serving. A bunch of employers are happy that they're offering this perk to their employees. And yeah, I'm making $1,500 a month for taking the time to get out there and do it. You, because you introduced me to DAC, you're making, if between the two, just say you're making $5 a piece. You're making 5 times 100. You're making $500 a month on just me. Just me. How many me do you want? You're making $6 grand a year because you introduced me and I went out and got 100 employees. That could be my own company. You're not making 6 cents a customer. You're not making $1.20 a customer. You're making $4.80 per customer per month for the life of them using this. And there could be hundreds of customers by the employers that David gets, because I've got a big financial incentive to help a bunch of employees. Does that make sense? And then you get, what do you get on level 2? Well, David goes, you got to be kidding me. And David recruits 3 or 4 people. And what are they doing? They're focused on the healthcare. And guess what? You're making the same percentage on them. All the employees on this level, I'm earning on 8% because they're on my level 1. You're earning 8% because they're on your level 2. So you're making the same $4.80 and the same $6, even on your next level. How many me do you want? Boom, 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 boom. But David, it costs a lot to become a member of DAC. It's hard to recruit into DAC. It's so expensive to join. It's free. It's free. But David, it's so hard to get customers. They gotta pay an application fee to apply for funding. They gotta pay an application fee for us to do all that work to get them an offer. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? No, we're changing an industry. Big dollars, full-time income without even having a team is available here. It doesn't exist in this industry. You can make full-time money in our business without having to have a license, without having to have a team. Boom, right here, DAC. And by the way, you can build a team, and you should build a team. It doesn't make sense to have this little secret and go, I'm keeping it to myself. It doesn't make sense. You know what makes sense? Wow, the ripple effect. That's what makes sense. So, now you got to qualify for this. This is paid. Now, when is this pay on your team paid? It's paid the 15th of the month following the QV and BV being reported. So, I'm going to just show you the cycle again. Let's say they sign up before July 20th. Okay? When do they go active, folks? When do they go active if they sign up before July 20th? They go active August 1. Okay, so if you got that customer, when are you paid the $12 or $16 per member? 2 Mondays later. So you're paid like the 3rd Monday of the month. On average, you'll be paid your bonus every month, about the 3rd Monday of the month, every month once it starts. So it'll start the month after they activate, or the month that they do activate. You know, they go active August 1. That month, by like the 2nd or 3rd Monday, you'll get your first commission of that. But then the team commissions, this is the team commissions, that you get paid through 7, 8 levels on. You can learn that on the other compensation training that's in the it's in the Agent Resource Center, the DAC Agent Resource Center. I've got a compensation plan training. Watch it there. We'll always be updating it, but it'll be the same link. So watch that training if you haven't seen it yet. When do you get paid this? The 15th of September. So what happens is the QV and BV is reported in August. So you get August retail profit. That means your personal customers, you're paid in August for the July signups. You're paid in August. You'll get a retail profit like the 3rd Monday of August. And then the 3rd Monday of September, you'll get another retail profit for all your customers that are on. And every month, you'll get a personal commission about the 3rd Monday of the month. The retail profits are paid out on Mondays, 2 Mondays after we upload. So just figure out the 3rd Monday of the month. But the team bonuses are paid on your bonus volume, and the bonus volume is put in the month it's active. So they're an August customer, so there's August QV and BV. So these customers will have QV and BV in August. Longevity/DAC pays team commissions on the 15th of the following month. So it accumulates all your QV and BV for all of August, from the 1st through the 31st. All that QV and BV accumulates, and then you get paid on the 15th of the next month. Okay? So that means September, all the QV and BV accumulates, you get paid October 15th. Okay? So there's 3 ways you're paid. DAC funding pays you direct on fundings. DAC services, you have a retail profit paid out usually the 3rd Monday of the month for your personal customers. Group commissions are paid out the 15th of the month following the QV and BV being added. So, I know I've covered a lot. This could be really confusing. Just know this. You don't need to remember any of this except your beliefs. Do you believe this is good for some employers and some employees? It's not the best for everybody. Some people have great insurance plan. I was talking to Addison, my son. He's 26. He's got a great insurance plan from his employer. He pays like $300 of the premium every month or $400 of the premium every month. He only has a $500 deductible. That's a very low deductible, right? And he's got great outer limits coverage. He's got a better plan than this is going to get him. He's got a better plan. Now the employer is paying a lot more for it, right? So now the employer may say, I may want to offer that plan because maybe someone like Addison doesn't need all that upper limit coverage. He's 27 years old or 26, and he's paying all this money per month. We could put him on this plan, make this available to him, and we as an employer would pay a lot less, and Addison wouldn't have to pay anything. And hey, we may want to offer this. So it's a good plan to still offer, but Addison may go, no, I'll stick with the plan I've got. It's okay, isn't it? It's just like when we offer capital to someone and we say, here's where we can get you the pricing. Oh, you know what? I have a line of credit, or I've got a credit card for $30,000 on it. That I get basically a 30-day free money loan because if I pay it off within 30 days, it's free. So I'm just going to use my credit card for this 20 grand that I need. Okay, that's smart. We're not trying to create debt. We're trying to create empowerment, create fuel, right? And we're not trying to hurt people with this health plan. We're trying to protect them. We're trying to protect them for hoping they never need it. But if they need it and don't have this, now they're doubly hurt because now they got a health issue and they have no coverage to help. They're not even going in for physicals and preventative care because they don't even have that covered. They got to spend $150 to walk through the doctor's door, $300 to take their daughter in who's got a rash. They don't know what it is. And so they say, well, we're not going to see anyone about it because it's going to cost so much money. Let's just hope it goes away. And with this, they can go in for physicals like that, doctor's appointments, preventative care is covered. And even if it's not covered, $1, half of it is covered. Isn't that cool? So hopefully that covers everything you need to know. Again, the website is dachealthcare.com, dachealthcare.com/your ID number. All right, with that, let's see what questions we got. Any questions? It's time to bring them. Let's scroll up. Let's see what questions we got. A lot of people saying hello, so I know I'm biased, but this is an absolutely wonderful plan, and David Rutz is doing such a great... Well, thank you, Jan. It's awful nice. I'm going to have to read that. I'm not sure I read that well enough. I know I'm biased, but this is an absolutely wonderful plan, and David Rutz is doing such a great job of presenting it. I don't know if I read that right. Let me read that again. I'm only kidding. Thank you so much, Jan. Honey, I just pulled those down for you. Thank you, Cheryl. You're doing awesome. Brian, hopefully you got your questions answered, buddy. Kelsey, how you doing, Kelsey? Hello, great news. Bigger and better every day. You bet. Wait till you hear what part 2, 3, 4 are coming later this month. Do we get paid on our own like with our other services? You don't get retail profit on your own service. Okay, you don't earn on your own personal service. There's QV and BV, so you'd have the personal qualifying volume of 75 or 100 that helps you qualify, but you don't earn retail profit on your own. I need to find out how this works as a Medicare supplement insurance plan. It's yeah, contact them, but it doesn't replace Medicare, of course, and Medicare doesn't cover it, but you can use it as a supplement. When doing a quote, the agent contact did not show up. Request a quote? Okay, we had some people say that on certain mobile devices, one of the request a quote buttons isn't working right, so IT's working on it. It's not carrying the ID forward on some, so know that they're working on it. They're actually working on it right now at this moment. So you may see some squirrely stuff in the next hour, but a lot of people watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. This is great. Thank you, Erica. Erica, you're awesome. That's for LLC people, not for freedom, right? I don't know what that meant, Janet, because I talked a long time. So if you can explain what you meant, that's for LLC people, not freedom. Not sure what that means. Cadillac, how you doing, buddy? I saw you were on live on Facebook today, but I couldn't watch. I was driving, and I was just checking status. So employer can pay all, half, or none. You got it, Thomas. They can pay half, none, or all. And we're the only ones where they can pay none. How you doing, Mr. Wallach? CEO of Longevity was watching. Yes, and that is incredible. That's right. If I die, can this go to my wife? The commissions. Yeah, Thomas, you are an independent agent. You are a business. whether you're an LLC, a C Corp, all that. Now, in probate, you may have an issue with your local thing, but longevity, DAC, we don't take your commissions away. If something happens to me tomorrow, I'll use me, I've got a rep position in longevity / DAC. That still stays there. It doesn't go away just because I've gone. That now becomes my family's. All right, so obviously if it's an LLC or a C Corp or something, it obviously survives because it's its own entity, whether it doesn't matter if the starter is alive or not. But even as an independent agent with us, your position survives you. So yes, you're building a company within this great company. Isn't that fabulous? Wow, that's right, Ralph. Hey, Ralph, I heard you got another client in there that might be looking pretty good. 100K. Gilbert, hey David, when I go to employer plans and click get a quote, I'm not seeing. Yeah, Gilbert, I just mentioned that. There's some people, if you hit a different request a quote, you probably see it. There's an issue with our IT team is on it right now as we're speaking. So it was brought to our attention that one of the request a quote buttons wasn't working. Not on all computers, because I tested all of them on mine, it's working fine. But on some phones, some desktops, depends on the browser and other things. So they're on top of it now to get that resolved. That's what happens when you take it live without, this is really a beta where you're able, where we've got it live with a bunch of different devices now to test it. So do not put www in front. No, you can put www, that shouldn't affect it at all. So it's probably because they're in the middle of working on it. Would this be a good option when my husband retires next year and I won't be on his plan anymore? That sounds like it's a great option, yeah. Sounds like it's a great option. There's some people who use this in addition to their health care because they got such high deductibles and they want to make sure that instead of having to pay that $12,000 deductible, they want to use this plan sometimes instead of that deductible plan. They have part of it covered. So you get to use your own strategies and decide how you want to do it. Chanel Wilborn, Sarah Bull. Okay, so you're just tagging some people. Thank you, Kelsey. Kelsey, I don't know when you got on. QV and BV were discussed. On the single plan, it's 75 QV, 60 BV. On the family plans, it's 100 QV, 80 BV. In retail profit, if you refer a customer who's an employer, not internal DAC plan, but if you refer an employer, 20% of BV is also retail profit per member. So it's $12 per member per month on the individual plan and $16 per member per month on the business plan, but only on outside businesses that you refer, not for your team, of course, who are DAC agents. It's great. When a small business sign up for the plan, we get commissions monthly for 1 year. You get more than 1 year. You get commissions for 1 year and 2 years and 3 years and 4 years and 5 years and 6 years and 7 years for the life of the customer using the plan. If they're still using this 12 years from now, you're still getting paid 12 years from now. It's residual for the life of the customer. You're not getting paid just for 1 year. You're getting paid permanently on the customer. And QV and BV, which means everyone in the team is being paid and you can start qualifying. You're going to see, we're going to be running some strategies on how to get positioned for the longevity revenue sharing. Do you know longevity is slated to do over $200 million this year and they have revenue sharing you can qualify for? You can qualify, not profit sharing, which may or may not be there, revenue sharing, which is there every single month. You can qualify for it through DAC. Man, oh man, it's such a great opportunity. Yes, Tony, know that we're on it. This will help somebody in so many ways. Walk away income, no doubt about it, while we're getting the big upfront funding income. Do we have to get a license? I saw the info. No, Tricia, for this plan, you do not have to get a license. What we featured yesterday was we have other things coming where a license will be required. So we told people it's coming. You need to be licensed to get paid on your team, and you need to get licensed to market certain things that are coming soon. So we put the discounted licensing training up there for people if they want to go get prepared now, because it will launch before people are licensed. And we've got a lot of licensed agents already. They're going, cool, bring it. But there's a lot of you who aren't licensed right now and go, man, I wish I'd have known. So we wanted everyone to know, if you want to go get licensed for coming services, this plan here, you do not need to be licensed. Coming services, you do. So you get paid on them personally, and you get paid if your team markets them. It's just the law. You cannot pay commissions to anyone on licensed regulated services unless that person is licensed. So there will be a benefit for being licensed. Hopefully that, Tricia, answered your question. He outlined it in the live. Yes, okay, great news, that's right. Okay, my question is, Only licensed people can refer. That's not true. Anyone can refer this plan. Anyone can refer. You just can't promote details of the plan. Refer your website. Okay, let the experts cover all the details. Well, my son's got Lyme's disease, and currently he has this and this medication, and he's so far got this and this, and what will my coverage be? How much will be covered if I go to the doctor? What will the doctor visit cost? If you're not equipped to answer that, we don't want you ever to have to feel equipped to answer that. We want you to say, that's a great question. We've got experts who are on staff that answer all those type things. They're licensed agents who can answer every question. They're the ones who developed this plan. They know this plan inside and out. They've been marketing this plan to employers. They already know all the employee questions. It's just like when an employer has a question about DAC funding and we put them on with Wade, I just sit there and learn. I just sit there and learn. Because if it's a question that I haven't asked yet, Wade's gotten asked before. He's talked to hundreds of business owners, right? I haven't. So he's talked to thousands plus. I've only talked to hundreds. He's talked to thousands plus. He's seen questions I haven't seen. So let them answer that. Hopefully, Janet, that answered your question. David, thank you, buddy. David is one of our experts. He's one of the experts, helped develop this plan. He is a licensed agent. Thank you, David. If there's any comments you want to add them. I'm looking forward. We're going to have a live webinar with David on it in the near future where you can ask him all the questions you want. Again, don't boggle him with a question just to know. A lot of us get in the, I need to know more so I can promote this. There's nothing more you need to know than what we put on the screen. Anything more than that is just cranial anial delay. It's a good reason to say, my head's up my butt, but I'm going to keep it there and learn more and more and more and more and more. Then I'll be comfortable. You've gotten what you need to share this with a business owner. The more you know, the more you're going to want to share what you know, and you're not able to. If you're licensed, dig in, baby. The brochure is there. Dig into the brochure and have at it and love it. All those terms, what's co-insurance versus co-pay, and you want to explore all that, get licensed and have at it. Then you can explain it all you want. But you're getting paid to refer it, not detail educate on it. Let David Jones and his team do it. Yes, it is a great recruiting product. You can go recruit a team. We're going to have a recruiting training on how to go talk. Get this, folks. There are licensed agents, health insurance agents, who were on this page last week and said, you've got to be kidding me. I market health insurance. I will be marketing this to all my past employers because this is a great plan to offer in addition to the health insurance, we're already offering. And this pays more. Licensed agents who've got customers are after this. One of the things you can do right now, Wade wanted to do a training so bad last night, he's already got the slideshow done. He showed it to me on how to use this to go recruit licensed agents. I said, not yet, not yet. The site's bumpy and we're having some issues with it still. And let's just get this out a little bit, let it get digested and absorbed. And then let's train on how to use this to go recruit the world, okay? So it's coming. Slideshow's already been made by Wade, but we're holding that back a little bit. I wonder if I should absolutely look at mid-sized companies. It doesn't matter the size of the company. They're not offering a co-op like this, and because it's ACA compliant and ERISA compliant, they can. And it's a much lower price program for a lot of their employees. My daughter, when she was at Quicken, she didn't need that super good insurance that they offered that she had to pay for every month. What was she going to use? She could have got our basic strip down plan and still wouldn't have had to use it. I mean, unless you're in a car accident or something, you have an issue when you're that age, I mean, the odds of needing it are pretty slim. I've had auto insurance for years, never had to use it. Maybe a fender bender here once or twice, but someone hits me in the parking lot, but never been in a car accident. Never had to use insurance, never had a car stolen, but man, do I pay a lot for it every month, right? Because you got to be protected in case you need it. Insurance is different, mitigates risk. This is a supplement to help offset some of the cost, but at a monthly price, it's real inexpensive compared to insurance. Frank, we love seeing your excitement too. Frank's also part of the expert team. Thank you, Frank. Thanks for being here, buddy, and thanks for all you do. Carolyn Koch, oops, shared in the group and not on my timeline. Sorry about that. That's all right. We'll clear that up. Can we recommend a doctor to be added if not coming up? It's a PPO network. So we didn't create that PPO network. We didn't say who's in it. It's usually hospital communities that are in it and their doctors. So I don't know how you could add the doctor to the PPO network, but I would tell your doctor to look into getting themselves added. I'd start with them, not us, and say, hey, this is the PPO I have. You're not on it. Is there a reason you're not part of this PPO network? And it could be they work for an employer like Ascension or one of the big doctor hospital, like my primary care physician is not in this network. The hospital community in my town that he's a part of is just not part of this PPO. But all the neighboring ones are, so I don't know why his hospital opted out, but it did. So I would have to use a different primary care physician if I was using this. But it's a giant PPO network. He's not in any PPO networks. Okay, so it's not that he's not just in this one, he's not in them. Super pumped, thank you, Kelsey. Janet, perfect guide questions, good. Will there be specific opportunity calls, webinars for this service? Yes, there will be. Great question. Just like we do DAC funding ones now, there's going to be a DAC services website. That's not the site, by the way. There will be a services website because Longevity Services got rebranded to DAC Services. So there'll be a DAC business opportunity presentation that talks about all the DAC services, leading with the funding, the healthcare, the telecom, payment processing, and consumer services. We'll have a Service Star incentive for people to go qualify for Service Star, and good reason to do it. And then, of course, we'll have a slideshow that's focused on funding first, and another slideshow focused on healthcare first. So yes. But our primary one is we're going to have one presentation that covers it all spectacularly and recruits the world. A recruiting website partner with us for healthcare plan exclusively. There will not be one of those, maybe eventually, but it's not part of the plans right now. There will be like I said, a services website that has a presentation for all services, which will include the healthcare. Janet, you did wonderful. Jim McCarthy, how you doing, Uncle Jim? Welcome. Wow, Helen Watt, all right. Trisha, thanks, question answered. I have a small business that is interested. I will send him to my site. Can't get any easier than that. That's right, Trisha. Send him your site and let the experts take over from there. There's no business too big, no business too small unless there's under 2. You can't send a one-person business there. They got to be 2 or more. I'm recruiting insurance agents onto my organization. Absolutely. It's called brilliant. That's called brilliant. And by the way, what happens when we launch all those other services that you need to be licensed? They're going to want to be a part. You're licensed. Great job, Dr. Holson Wedlow. Doctor, congratulations. I know we're working together. Looking forward to talking to you live. Marla, how you doing, honey? Kathy, welcome. Breck, how you doing, Breck? Nice to see you on here. Natalie, we'll set the question in motion. Not sure what that means. Christian DeHame, I just shared this video with someone already in my downline who is trying to get his own insurance agency off the ground. Absolutely, that's called Smart, Joy. Well done. Jordan, welcome. Tanya, welcome. Joy. So we can share now. Share away. Doctors and providers can ask to join the network. We are working on a brief letter to nominate them. Thank you, Frank. Frank is part of the organization that put this together for us, so he has the pull there. You just like how I underpromised that, Frank? You get to promise it. I underpromise it. Just share with someone already in my team that is opening their own agency. I already read that. Ask my physician. Beautiful. Okay, folks, we've answered all the questions. We're live on a conference call. We're live here. Great things are happening. This is phase 2. Phase 1 was funding. Phase 2 is launch the DAC healthcare. Phase 3 is rebrand all the DAC services. They're primarily done. We're just testing some things. We're going to launch those and we'll have all the DAC services. We'll come out with a DAC website, which includes all services with links to all these individual ones. And then we're going to create the one presentation that's a hand holder, effective, knock the ball out of the park, knock the cover off the ball, whatever you want to say it, however you want to say it. The bottom line is if we're not going to serve a client, we don't want to market the product. If it's not putting that client in a better position, we don't want to talk to them. They'd be a fool to sign up with us if it cost them more or the value of the service was less. But man, they'd be a fool not to if the value of the service is higher and the cost is less, correct? So we're going to launch things for you where they'd have to be a complete fool, an absolute fool to say no. Then you become the absolute fool for not sharing it. That's our strategy. We're just saying it the way it is. Allow it to be free for you to join, put services out that the client would have to be an absolute fool to say no to, and then you become the absolute fool if you don't want to share it, right? Because you want to make change in your life financially, you want to get to your goals, all that. You need the successful client base. The client base gets excited because the service is a good service. Then you get out and talk about it because you believe what we believe. And if you don't want to talk about it, then we get to say, hey, I thought you had goals. I thought you had goals. We're giving you the funding product that our business owners love. We're giving you the healthcare our business owners love. We're giving you the telecom every carrier on the planet that business owners love and are using. Payment processing less than they're paying. Consumer services less than they're paying. Who's the absolute fool if you don't have any customers? It's a pretty transparent strategy, and we're here to help you. God bless you all. Have a great day. Readers off. Charge on. Have a great one.